Hello again, it's been a while. Well, I'm back and we have lots of things to discover and discuss. So buckle up, we are getting started. For this episode and many more to come, I want to discuss a bit about augmented reality. I'm eagerly waiting for a new Apple headset to launch, but until then I thought, wouldn't it be cool to play around with some AR ideas? Building some quick prototypes? Well, you are in luck. I did just that. So imagine the following scenario. What if the Apple Watch and the headset could actually work together? Like using the watch as a reference to display more info. Maybe like using QR codes to trigger events. Well, let's move to Adobe XD and explore together. So I have 3 examples here that I've made, depicting kind of the same scenario, using the headset to sync with the watch and display information around the watch, not actually having the headset displayed all the time. So let's go through these examples. For starters, I have here the first one, where I'm using the Apple Watch and the headset to display more interactive information regarding how I navigate to a certain point of interest. Let's see it in action. So I have the watch, I'm viewing it with my headset, and while I'm viewing it using the watch, the information displays floating above the device itself. So I have my pin and the direction I'm going, and while I'm using the headset, the pin floats and directs me where to go. This is the first example. The second one is to actually display more information regarding the notifications. So if I'm receiving a notification and I'm using the watch to view it, when I'm using also the headset, it will display more in detail and having a quick action, for instance using voice commands. That's why I'm using a microphone icon there to add a level of interactivity. So you're wondering, okay, but why not use the headset itself? I'm going the following assumption that I don't want to clutter the headset display with lots of information. I wanted to trigger it using the watch and have it contextually. So that's the reason behind this approach. And the third example is just like in Star Wars, if we're receiving a memoji, why not actually play it like a hologram? So I'm receiving an emoji message or memoji or how it's called, and I can view it with my headset floating like a Star Wars theme holograph. Okay, now let's see how actually I've made this kind of prototypes. So let's zoom in on this example and let's see its components. So scrolling down a bit here, I have the following components. I have the pin, which is actually just a circle with a stroke, or in this case a border, and a pathway that has a gradient from blue to transparent. So these are the main components, just 4. One for one that it's actually in place, and one for the background, because I'm using a bit of smoke and mirrors. I have here my component smaller size, then I have it bigger and floating, and here in order to cover the screenshot, I'm just masking a bit using these objects. So how it works? I'm making the pin float using the 3D transform tool from Adobe XD. So this is a component. It's the same component right here with the exact name, because I'm using auto animate to go from one state to the other. But here I made it float while moving the pin from bottom to top, and adjusting its perspective using the 3D transform. So I can make it look and behave just like a 3D component. So in terms of prototyping, if we switch here, okay, we have the following approach. I have my initial state here, and I'm selecting the whole frame and using a time trigger with a 1.5 second delay. So from this screen, we'll go automatically here using auto animate. And from this screen, it will go to the screens where the circle moves from left to right, from right to left, using the same 3D transform, but this time without any delays. And it will actually stop and go back down to its size. And from here, it will go again in this loop. So we'll go on an infinite loop. So let's play it one more time to see it in action. So here, it moves. Then it goes left, right, and then goes back. And again with the 1.5 delay, and right, left, without any delays. So I'm moving between frames. Okay, so moving from one frame to the other with the trigger time and setting auto animate with the easing ease in out. Here is with the delay, and here without any delay to be more fluent and be more in line with an actual natural behavior. For the second example, I have a screenshot from Unsplash, and here I have the notification background, the microphone button. Actually, it's not actually a button, it's just an icon there in order for me to know that I can use the microphone, and the notification content itself. Okay, so on the same principle, but a bit of, again, some hidden magic. Hidden meaning that this item right here, it's also present in the first screen, but it's smaller and set with the transparency to 0%. And again, I'm transitioning from one frame to the other, and I'm enlarging that notification and setting the transparency to 100%. Meaning, when I'm using auto animate, this will pop out and become this. And again, without any delays, I'm moving, actually floating the notification from left to right, from up, down, to mimic a floating behavior. Like, okay, I'm using the watch to view the notification, and it actually floats. So let's see it again in action. Okay, one more time. Nothing there. It pops out after 1.5 seconds. It floats a bit, and then it goes back. Whoop. Then 1.5 seconds, it pops up. Simple, just using transitions from one frame to the other and using 3D transform and auto animate. The same principle for the last example. So I have the Memoji here smaller, here is bigger, and again, actually without any delays, moving the lion left to right, like actually changing a bit its perspective in order to simulate like the lion is watching something. Okay, and in terms of component, just a dark background and an emoji. So it's here, the actual screenshot. I covered all in Photoshop here using black, and then made another image where I added some controls here in order to control the message I receive. Just like in Star Wars, I'm receiving a hologram, and I'm setting it to play. I can fast forward, I can rewind it, pause, then hit play again. So let's see it one more time. Okay, with the same principle, Trigger is the time, auto animate, 1 second delay, and then 1.5 second delay, sorry, and then without any delay going from one frame to the other. Let's see it in action. It pops out, I have the controls, I can hit play, the lion interacts and goes back after finishing the message. So nothing rocket science, just some simple prototype actions and a bit of smoke and mirrors. That's kind of it. A few components, some images, and you can quickly simulate some AR ideas using just Adobe XD with little to actually basic knowledge. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I will cover more about AR, but until then, I would love to hear your feedback. By the way, all XD files are available for download in the description below. If you find this type of content useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, and have an awesome day.